Happy Friday, investors. It's Stuart Cruz with Cruz Asset Management's chart of the day, and today's economic news is revolving around home sales. So right now I have a chart up from our friends at White Charts on U.S. existing home sales. And again, the numbers were blowout numbers. So we're up 24% month over month. After taking a lowest dip down here, you can see our low level in April is down 17.84%. And this is a 5-year chart, and so the average monthly change is basically zero. And so from here to here is an increase. So if we add, and so if we're looking at an average of being basically zero, when you see an up, you see a down, up and down, up and down. You do see a down and an up, but this up is way more than the down. So what that means is U.S. existing home sales themselves hit an all-time high. So in orange, we have U.S. existing home sales. Again, we plummeted around that April-May period, bottomed out in May. But again, we hit an all-time high of 5.86 million units sold. And then I'm going to take that off. And then back in orange, we have a median home sales price, again, at an all-time high. So to clean up this chart a little bit, let's just look at the median price for existing homes. And here's a 5-year chart, and you can see this is very seasonal. So in June, we peak, and in January, we valley and peak and valley and peak and valley. So these peaks are coming in around 4 or 5% increase, and this more recent one, even in spite of the lockdown, is up 3.5%. So it's almost as if there was no lockdown. But there is a little underlying issue here. So if we look at U.S. existing home inventory, you can see the inventory goes up in anticipation of getting higher prices. That makes sense. If I'm going to sell a home and I have flexibility, I'm going to list my home in June where I'm likely to get a higher price. I'm going to take my home off the market in January where I'm likely to get a lower price and then relist it. So you see this in orange up and down following the home prices. Home prices are steadily going up at around 4 or 5%. These are steadily going down. But right here, instead of us rising into June, the inventory is well off of the seasonal norms. So seasonally, we have around 2 million homes for sale, and now we're at about 3/4 of that. So that could be responsible for the rising home prices. And if that cleans up, or if some of the stimulus starts to run out, we might see a different trend. But for right now, our trend is intact. And it looks like at least that part of the economy, the home sales part of the economy, is very strong, and people are able to liquidate their homes. And maybe they're going to be able to use some of that equity in the economy, and the economy will be able to march forward. But if this inventory stays low, then at some point, home sales are going to have to kind of pull back. Right? That kind of makes sense. And we'll really see what happens moving into the January months, the colder months, when we're anticipating inventory being low and more people are taking their houses even off the market and it drops even lower. Okay, so stay tuned. And this is Stuart Cruz with our video chart of the day on home sale prices. And don't forget to invest with the odds in your favor.